how do you get forward when you're around a negative crowd, okay? Because I think that sometimes people deal with that situation that they're trying to get ahead, but the whole time they're not realizing that the crowd of people they're around are sayers and not doers. So, I mean, next level coaching is about putting you around an atmosphere of Amy and myself, first off, okay? Are we sayers or we doers? What do you reckon we are? Do we do stuff or do we just say we're going to do stuff? Do we complain? How often do you hear us complaining? How often do you hear us blaming? How often do you see us improving ourselves? How often do you see us holding ourselves accountable? Looking at ways that we can improve our situations, being consistent. Is that something that you see in Amy and myself as your mentors? Great. Look for those same qualities in other people. Now, to make it quite clear, who are the people that you shouldn't be hanging around? Or you should immediately spot these warning signals. And these are the sayers. These are the people that say, I'm going to do this. Or, and that not only say that they're going to do stuff, but also say why they can't do things. Oh, I can't do this because this person is stopping me doing this. Oh, I can't do this because this person hasn't called me back. Did you know that this person does this? Oh, I'm going to do this to this person. I'm going to... did you know that this person did this to me? Did you know that this person did that to me? If you're hearing this argument with people around you, that people are constantly complaining that they aren't where they are because of someone else, because they're blaming someone else, that's a person I want you to start looking at and going, how are they serving me? And if you suddenly notice that you're around someone that is constantly using that ego of deflection or blame or justification, and you want to be successful and you're around that ego, or maybe you spot it in yourself, you may as well give up being successful at all. Just stop. Just settle for the mediocre. Settle for average. Because I know one thing for sure, that if your crowd of people that you're hanging around are people that blame and people that have excuses, and you'll hear it, just listen to the conversation, read their comments. And if you see that type of conversation going on, you know what I would do? My best advice is run. Just, you hear someone talking about blaming someone else, or this person did this to me, or I'm not where I am because I don't know, because this didn't happen for me or that didn't happen for me. Get out of the room, hang up the phone call, run. Because we don't have time to deal with that BS as successful people. The people that I have seen that have been successful, and you think about those people too, mentors out there, other people that you look up to, Tim Ferriss and Anthony Robbins and other mentors that are on stage. A lot of them are on stage there, right? These aren't people that are on stage blaming other people. They're not teaching you how to be excuse people. They're teaching you how to take action. Now, you can have the same two people go through the same type of education, have the same type of knowledge, have the same type of opportunities. One person gets ahead, one person doesn't. Now, why does that happen? It's got nothing to do with the education part of it. It's got to do about that person's mindset to be able to use those tools, but also the self-mindset to make sure that they have something within them that is a warning signal that says, first off, am I willing to be critical on myself? Am I willing to look at myself and see if there's anything that I need to improve in my life? And then the other thing is you need to, and those people will also look at the people around them and say, who am I hanging around on a daily basis? Who did I hang around yesterday? Am I hanging around people that constantly are excuse makers, or am I hanging around solution makers? People that have proven, that actually have the proof that they've done stuff. Another thing that you can spot with people, if you want to know if they're the right type of people should be hanging around. If suddenly you get a person and they say, oh, I haven't done this, or I haven't done, I can't do this, I haven't been able to do this, and blaming someone else, ask them what they've done lately. Just say to them, have you done anything? What did your week look like last week? Oh, you want to be a renovator, whatever. It doesn't matter, renovator, property developer. What did you do last week? And if their response is, oh, well, I've been busy, or well, I'm just not ready, and that type of stuff, there you go, there's your clue. I always do that sometimes when I'm hanging around and I keep hearing excuses, and it's something that, I'll be surrounded by, because I don't mind that as a mentor's role. I want to spot solutions for people to move ahead, and that's what we do on a regular basis. But for you to get ahead with any type of education, you've got to be a little bit self-critical, and you've got to be consistent in improving. Because all a successful person is someone that improved themselves, but also someone that did it by consistency. Someone that got away from negativity in life, someone that got away from excuses, someone that was hard on themselves and said, from this day on, I'm not going to blame anyone else in my life. I went through that day. I remember that day where I said, I'm not going to blame anyone else in my life. Where I am right now is completely my fault. It's called extreme ownership. And I think that's very, I felt like, we get to mid-year, it gets a bit cold, and this is where really people start to come out and say, oh, well, this isn't working for me, that's not working for me. But you can constantly go on YouTube, or constantly go and watch a speaker on stage, or constantly see people that are just success-driven people, and nothing affects them. Nothing affects them. Their life could be good or bad, it doesn't matter. They're just constantly achieving. I thought this was important to share with the community